Wan-Bissaka has officially left Manchester United. West Ham just confirming the defender has completed medicals and deal is done. We don't really care about that. Mazraoui and De Ligt, we do care about in coming the opposite way, and that is going to be announced this afternoon. But we're talking Manchester United's midfield. That's all anyone who is a Manchester United fan is bothered about right now. And there is 3 options according to The Athletic and Sky and what they're reporting today. We're going to get into that. UGARTE, Zanderberg and Amrabat seem to be the favourites. We talked Danilo this morning and them stories coming out, but Amrabat, Zanderberg and UGARTE have been the hot topic. They have been the favourites over the last couple of weeks, and United have progressed with all 3 of these moves. An update on Jadon Sancho as well this afternoon, and Scott Mctominay price drop, and Manchester United looking to make something happen, make something significant happen around Scott McTominay. We're going to talk about that as well. Please give the video a like. Another 800 likes on this video, everybody. Thank you so much for all of your contributions already. We had a record-breaking show this morning. Plenty more subscribers have joined up onto Forever United TV. So if you are watching, why not join as well? Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button to make sure that you are up to date with everything going on with your beloved Manchester United. I'm Adam. This is Forever United TV lunchtime show, updating you on everything going down with United in the transfer window. Like I said, just at the top there, we'll get Mazraoui and De Ligt updates as we go through the day. Romano saying that we're expecting them later this afternoon, so maybe for the 6:30 show we'll get something there and a bit more news on what's going down with that deal and, well, both deals and where we're at. But as far as we know, medicals are done and contracts are signed. Everything media-wise, all the duties have been completed, and we're expecting official announcements over the next few hours. Wan-Bissaka gone. West Ham finalised, everything in place. Thank God that is out of the way now. Turned into a little bit of a saga, that one, but at least it's done, at least it's complete. Let's get into what's going on in the incoming side of things with Manchester United, particularly in the midfield. Again, it was dominated this morning. There's been loads of reports going around Manchester United today. First of all, I mean, The Athletic have been opening up on a lot of stuff right now. Let's just go right from the start, from this morning. Manchester United should sign a midfielder no matter what happens with sales, but it could be a cheap midfielder. So obviously Manchester United will be bringing in a midfielder. It just depends who. We've got the 3 targets up there. UGARTE first choice. I think Zanderberg is second. And I think Amrabat is last choice for Manchester United. All 3 of them players want to join Manchester United. We know that. Manchester United negotiating with all 3, and how they determine who gets priority in terms of negotiating, how much time they spend negotiating that certain player is up to them. But right now it does look like UGARTE is the one. How do Manchester United make this happen? Obviously with sales as well. But there is, and I'm going to bring the Scott McTominay update very soon on that one, but I want to go through the options as well. The Athletic have also been talking about different people that Manchester United actually looked at for the defence. Manchester United are also considering backup left back who can play on the left hand side and central defence. Samoso is currently not being pursued despite a meeting with the player in Madrid. Alonso has also been discussed by Manchester United. That coming from the Athletic as well. We're also looking at Amrabat. Safran Amrabat returning back to Manchester United on loan is not ruled out. Another one from the Athletic. And then our third option that we just said then. Talks continue over Zanderberg's. Burnley's demands of over 20 million may be an issue. United's officials still in touch with Berg. A swap deal between Wan-Bissaka and Denzel Dumfries was floated with both players interested, but inter-coach Simeone Inzaghi preferred other fullbacks and United opted for Mazraoui. So that was pretty much what the Athletic were talking about this morning. The interesting bit really is at the top, which is Manuel UGARTE, and the update on him and where we're at with that deal right now is that Manchester United, and I'll just read the report from Damashek from Sky, as you can see in the tweet at the bottom of your screen there. Manchester United are being patient with a little over 2 weeks of the windows to go, in the knowledge that PSG may need to sell. And with UGARTE, very keen on a move for United. So we've discussed this before. Like, Manchester United are in a very comfortable position right now with midfielders. Damash there just saying basically what everybody knows is that UGARTE wants to move to United. PSG may need to sell to balance books. They're obviously trying to play out the window the same way that Manchester United are, and let's see who comes out on top by the end of it. That's what we're looking at, I feel. And I wouldn't say that UGARTE is favourite with United, but in terms of the deal and the finance side of things, I don't know who is more favourable right now. So if you break all three of them midfielders down, you'd say Amrabat was the easiest financially. Burnley's Sander Berge is probably Manchester United's ideal option for covering two different positions. Or you've got the top target in UGARTE, who is a master of one position, which is number 6. He can't play anywhere else. And you're buying one of the best in that position, going off stats and numbers right now, and you're solidifying that position for years to come. So you can see the positives of all three of these players. The versatility of Sander Berge, the top class, best in class of UGARTE, you would say, and the cheaper option of Sofyan Amrabat. Now, one, if not two, of these midfielders will be in at Manchester United this summer before the transfer window ends on August 30th. That's a definite, and with the talks from Sky and The Athletic, that's where we're actually at right now with them players, and Manchester United are in comfortable communications and comfortable positions with all three of them. It just goes to show, like Burnley last night, not putting Sander Berge in the team says a lot. Amrabat, with all of the offers that have been thrown out for him, definitely shows you that he wants Manchester United again. Not surprised particularly with Amrabat, because he's made it well known that he loves Manchester United and wants to be back at Manchester United. So, yeah, my question to you guys is, what is your favourite two? Who do you like the most? If it was one, who do we get? Do you agree with the versatility of Sander Berge, the cheaper option of Amrabat? UGARTE, the best in class in terms of that holding midfielder, like that number 6 role. Which way are you looking at it? What do you prefer, and what is the better outcome for Manchester United in this? We have over 600 in the room right now. Keep them likes coming in, guys. Please, creeping up to 150 likes already. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the lunchtime show. Get your comments coming in. Let's get straight into the comments on the midfielder section right now. Let's go right up here and see what we've got. Where we got now? Just 1 second. Everyone laughing at what happened with Zubimendi still as well. UGARTE and Berge would be the two great signings, combining height, quality, passing and aggression. Good point from John there. We should go get Colwell from Chelsea, 21 and full of potential, reliable at left back and left centre back. I don't know if Chelsea have got plans for him. I don't know if he is part of their season or part of what they're going to be doing. Be interesting to see what happens with Chelsea, because they've obviously got a lot going on in that transfer window right now, with obviously João Felix and things like this. Conor Gallagher slightly on hold. With everything going on, it's a bit complicated. I'm actually glad to be a United fan in this transfer window. It makes a refreshing change that we're actually in a more comfortable position in a lot of other big Premier League clubs right now with what's happening in this window. So yeah, it is, we've said it before, like a breath of fresh air, that we're not the ones that are scrambling around and worrying right now. It's other clubs around us. So good signs for the future when we actually do get properly organised with our money as well. Yeah, hit the like button, says Kieran. Definitely. I want UGARTE because can't play every game for 90 minutes. Hopefully UGARTE and Berge, says Hugo. Let's see now. Breaking news. Aaron Wan-Bissaka leaves. Yep, we just talked about that quiz. He is gone. Fully confirmed by West Ham. Just buy UGARTE and swap Sancho for Frankie de Jong. His wages won't be that much higher than Sancho's, says Blitz. Mark's coming with a super chat. Cheers for that, buddy. If you put Berge in the French and Portugal league, he would have better stats than all options. The league and all options that the league they play in have to be taken into account. Yeah, Sander Berge's stats were better than Zubimendi's from when he played in the Premier League last season. So yeah, it does matter where the leagues are, but the fact that Sander Berge's stats were that good comparing to other leagues which are not as competitive and better while playing in the Premier League, bodes well for Manchester United if we do get him. De Jong was one of Barca's leavers. He deferred wages. That's why he's on 575k a week. I don't think, even like Liam says there, I don't think with De Jong, I don't even think it's a case of worrying about the wages and things like that with him. It's just like, it's been 2 years since we originally approached him, and it never seems to work, does it? Like, has he got better in that time? I don't know. Like, he's not really moved forward. He is a quality player. I'm not going to take that away from him. I do feel like he has got quality attributes, that player, and he will make Man United better. I just don't feel like United have got that much money available for the transfer fee. So I'm sort of moving away from De Jong. I'm not counting it out. Definitely not counting it out. But I do feel like financially, no. The others are probably all cheaper and where United have been chasing all summer. I think Frankie's just come onto the scene all of a sudden, and United are just biding their time, I think, with the options that they've got. I honestly, Ten Hag would want him if the option was there, but I think Ten Hag will have been told by Ineos what the budget is, and I think we're working within that budget. I don't think Frankie fits into that. Cheers for the super chats, Mark, and everybody else contributing. We have a donated membership in from Tom Porter, and that's gone to our fellow mod Stephanie as well. So yes, Stephanie, welcome to the members club. Even though you're already a mod, Tom has now invited you into the members club. Love that. Let's leave Barca to sink there. 30 million in De Jong, it says Reg. What's we got here? Oh, come on guys, get your comments in on your midfielders. Sancho 30 to 35 million. I don't think we're going to get it. Hopefully we can get around about 30 million for Sancho. Ideally, that's what we need. I think that is a must for Manchester United. I think that's where we need to be. That's the mark we need to be hitting with Jadon Sancho. I don't know if United will drop the price. I really don't. I don't think they will. I think they're stubborn in what they've got. But if needs be, and it helps us get UGARTE in, maybe you might see United dropping the price for Jadon Sancho. There is a lot of talk about Jadon Sancho and PSG being very interested in him. In fact, we'll move on to Jadon Sancho in a moment, but wanted to also talk about Scott McTominay as well, because The Athletic have been reporting this morning about Scott McTominay, and we know that he has got interest, but apparently he has got big interest. Fulham remain interested in Scott McTominay, but Napoli are now considering an approach. Everton, Brentford, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce have also all made inquiries. McTominay will only move for the right club. So this is now looking like a Scott McTominay preference side of things. Like, where does he want to go? Personally still think Fulham are the favourites for him. But there's also a report that Manchester United may actually drop the price to sell Scott McTominay. That could also be an option for United. So, when you look at Scott McTominay, Victor Lindelof, obviously Pellistri and Hannibal, we're talking all of them players for the last 2 days, what we can sell, who we can get out the door. If you add Sancho to that, then I feel like Manchester United should then be buying 2 midfielders, because there's only Scott McTominay, I feel, out of all of them players that are really contributing to that first team right now. Pellistri's not going to, Hannibal's not going to, Lindelof's not going to, Scott McTominay would. I don't even think Sancho would, to be honest. So really, if you sold all of them players, Manchester United should be bringing in 2 central midfielders, I feel. But we did also get told that we have got... we got told that we've got what was it now I was going to say then? Oh God, we're going to actually spend the money from Jadon Sancho on another forward if that comes in. That's how Manchester United are looking at it. We've said this many a times. We've said it many a times in terms of how United are approaching the market, player for player, position for position, finances being the way they are. Manchester United are going for the players that are leaving that position. So Sancho goes, we're bringing another forward. There is a report about Manchester United actually going in for Rafinha as well, which is crazy. If Jadon Sancho goes, we don't really need another wide forward, I don't think. I think United should be pushing on to onto the centre forward area. I mean, guys, I'll ask you, like, who would you bring in if we were going to buy a forward? What type of forward would you bring in? A wide attacking player or a more central attacking forward? Do we need more cover up front? I think we need a proper out and out number 9, really, more than anything else. From what we've got right now, I think that is where we're at. I do believe that we need proper cover in the number 9 areas. And there is a report just coming out, actually, just regarding Mazraoui and Matthijs de Ligt. If ever you wanted confirmation that a deal is done, apparently United Plug have just put a tweet out from information from within Manchester United that both Matthijs de Ligt and Noussair Mazraoui trained with their new teammates today. Like we said yesterday here, we said, look, they're going to be training today. Ten Hag will assess these players. They've got a few days to try and get up to speed with what's going on. System-wise, not an issue. I think the only thing that we would say with Ten Hag is like, are these players match fit in his eyes? Have they had enough training time? Like, training on Tuesday, they'll train tomorrow, they'll train Thursday. It's plenty of time for Ten Hag to judge whether or not both Mazraoui and de Ligt are available for Fulham. On paper, they are both available. Fitness-wise, that's up for Ten Hag to decide. I think he will play them. Personally, my back four, I feel Ten Hag will go with Mazraoui, de Ligt. He'll go with Dalot, Mazraoui, de Ligt and Martinez. Obviously, Anana in goal. I think that will be the team, and I think that will really excite a lot of Manchester United fans, especially inside Old Trafford. And the buzz around Old Trafford, first game of the season, will really, really start to kick in, I feel. But yeah, like you guys are saying there, in terms of that centre forward, we were just talking about them. Yami says, striker who can hold and be good at receiving long ball. Well, Xerxes is very good at that as well, by the way. Central striker is the required position we really need to fill, says Kenneth. Will Xerxes play this week? I don't know if he will. No need for Tony, in my opinion, says Reg. Mateta type of player. Cuban says, how is it that we've spent 100 million on centre forwards but still saying we need another? Surely that wasn't money well spent then. I just think play those two and let them develop. Yeah. Do we need cover though? Really? With the injury situation with Rasmus Højlund, like we're talking earlier on, like even Wheatley right now was reportedly going to be going out on loan, but there's now a report saying that they may put that on hold just because of the injury situation with Rasmus Højlund right now. That's the word coming out of Manchester United on Ethan Wheatley as well. We know that Collier and Amas are not going to be going out on loan. They are first-team players now in the eyes of Ten Hag and will be part of matchday squads going forward. But right now, Wheatley is sort of in the middle here and there. It does depend what happens in the last 2 weeks of this transfer window. 2 weeks to go with quite a few different situations developing for Manchester United. And we could see 2 or 3 more players come through the door at Manchester United easily over the next couple of weeks. Them 3 midfielders that we talked about, Scott McTominay leaving is key to them. I think if Scott leaves, I think that gives United the opportunity to buy in 2 midfielders. I do. It just depends what fee we can get UGARTE for. They want UGARTE. Everything that's been reported is all leaning towards Manuel UGARTE. It's clear as day. That's where United's focus is. They have done well in getting everyone else aside, but they want that actual out-and-out number 6, and that's the target for United by the end of this window. It's clear. I just think, do you know what? If it gets to a point where it's too dear, do we walk away? Do we get a Zanderberger and an Amrabat instead? That's what you've got to look at, I feel. I've got some updates around match day coming up as well, guys, from the MEN regarding what's happening with the redevelopments of the football stadium as well. We'll go through that before we finish up on the show as well. I'm just going to get through the other headlines for you guys as well. It's the Rafinha story is a kind of a strange one for me as well. I don't see how Manchester United would want another wide player. Again, another Barcelona player. Like, seriously, like they must be in desperate need for getting rid of players. And this falls into that category again, doesn't it? Of the big clubs getting rid of their worst players. Like, why should we be taking the players that the clubs that we're trying to catch up with don't want? I just prefer the deals that we're looking at right now. They make more sense to me. Like, honestly, even the conversation about Danilo this morning made more sense to me. But it's like Amrabat right now. Just to go on to that situation again and carry on with the midfielder one. From the report from The Athletic with a bit more detail on it. According to the report by The Athletic, United have not ruled out the possibility of re-signing Sofyan Amrabat on loan before the end of the summer transfer window. The midfield enforcer spent last season on loan at Old Trafford from Italian outfit Fiorentina. The deal featured an option for United to sign him on a permanent basis. United chose not to trigger the option, yet have not ruled out the prospect of re-signing Amrabat. They are desperate to add to their midfield ranks. The reports as well are stating that they would try and go back in on that loan option for Amrabat as well. Try and get him back in on loan and save money that way. The fee that Fiorentina want is not a lot. So it poses the question, doesn't it? Like, is Amrabat good enough? 12.5 million for him, bringing him in. It does give us a bit of cover. It does give us a little bit more squad depth, yes. But it's probably a bit of an anticlimax for a lot of Manchester United fans because they want to see a new face. And a lot of people still see Amrabat as one of them players that was there last season. So he wasn't a proper United player. He was on loan. He's gone back. It will be classed as another signing, but it really doesn't have that same sort of like swaz to it, does it? It doesn't as a signing. You want someone new. You want a new face. Everything points towards Manuel Ugarte for me. Let's get into your comments on this as well. How is it? Oh, sorry, I've read that one out before. Mod Supervisor says, happy that Liverpool isn't getting Zubimendi, but that guy has no bleeding ambition. What is he going to win at Sociedad? Hope we're signing Ugarte. Bleeding. Stop nicking my lines. Balvinda says that we should forget Amrabat now if they don't really want him. I think they do. I think they would like Amrabat and another. I think they're looking and holding on to Amrabat to add to the squad if we get another. So I feel like Amrabat won't be on his own. If Amrabat comes in, it'll be him and one other because we didn't get Ugarte. That's just my feeling. You don't sign Amrabat and Ugarte when you've got Casemiro in your side. That would just be stupid. We've already got cover at 6 if Ugarte's there and Casemiro's there. Amrabat would be surplus. He wouldn't play anywhere else. And let's be honest, we're never going to see him at bleeding left back again, are we? In them desperate measures that we had last season. It was absolutely ludicrous that we was in that position. But if United didn't get Ugarte, I think it would be Amrabat and Zanderberger. That's what I feel. That it's Ugarte or it's the other two. That's where I'm at. You guys agree with me or not? Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. A big 2 weeks to get last 4 new players in. 4, says Domingo. Not ambitious at all then, no. I do know what, anything can happen. Like, you're going with 4, you could get 4. You just don't know. You don't know. Amrabat is crap. People are skewed by last season's 4 games where we played a totally different formation in central midfield. He won't work playing like we normally do, or he would have played more games. It's a fair point. A lot of people are not convinced by his little cameo at the end of the season. And I think United are in that position as well. I think it just shows the fact that we've got him waiting around as a make way, as a sort of like second option, where United are actually at with Amrabat and how we see it actually going down. But yeah, to round up the midfield section, we are looking at Scott McTominay drop price, Zanderberger conversations going deep and deeper and deeper and deeper. Amrabat waiting and not being ruled out, but Ugarte again is the number 1 target for Manchester United. No one else is as important as Manuel Ugarte right now for United. The report actually, let's just read through what Sky have said as well regarding Ugarte, so we've got all angles covered. United still in dialogue with Paris Saint-Germain about the deal for Manuel Ugarte. United remain determined to add to their midfield ranks ahead of the transfer window slamming shut in little over a fortnight's time. UGARTE was installed as a leading target earlier this summer, but the valuation of the player remains a sticking point. PSG, according to the reports, are not budging on their asking price, which brings in what L'Equipe have said regarding Jadon Sancho. This is the only way that it works. If you want to keep your asking price for UGARTE, you have to pay full asking price for what United want for Jadon Sancho. It's the only way it happened. Earlier on this morning, we talked about the possibilities of loans and what Manchester United might be able to get if Paris Saint-Germain wanted to get Sancho on loan with an obligation. Then Manchester United might be able to attack it the opposite way. I don't see United paying any more than 42 million for UGARTE, though. There's not a chance in hell that that's going to happen. Coming back to the negotiation table about UGARTE means that there is an opportunity that Manchester United get him a little bit cheaper or towards their asking price. There may be a couple more mil in it for United, I'm guessing max, but still, they're not going to budge. Like, if PSG don't budge, this is why we're hearing so many reports about Sander Berge right now. I feel by the end of this week, we should have a good idea of where United are going. But I wouldn't be surprised if it went all the way down to August 30th, deadline day, and United end up signing Manuel UGARTE. I think they're happy with where they're at right now. We've said it many a times. 3 games to get through. In fact, it's 2. Well, the transfer window is open. 2 games, because we play Liverpool on the 1st of September. So the transfer window shuts 2 days before we play Liverpool. So we've got 2 games to get through while this transfer window is open, which is Fulham and Brighton. Can we get anything out of them 2 games with what we've got at our disposal? Yes. Then make a decision after the Brighton game whether or not you want to go all in on Manuel UGARTE and get this deal done. But as soon as we're done with that Brighton game, I see this transfer window going into overdrive. And yeah, anything is possible. Anything is possible. You could see United fall back to conversations that we're having this morning about Danilo from Nottingham Forest. We know about the interest in Rios. We know the interest in Andre as well. Edison from Atalanta. All of the midfielders that Manchester United have been linked with so far this summer. But the one thing we do need to remember all the time is that United are actually in a better position right now than they was going into the start of last season. Apart from the 2 big injuries in Højlund and Euro, what can you do? Like, it's just rotten luck that Manchester United have got 2 of their youngest, brightest players out injured for a significant period of time. But yeah, you guys, do you feel like De Ligt is going to start, by the way, against Fulham on Friday? Only 3 days away from the kickoff now, people. It's getting close. It's getting close. By the way, guys, we have 1,100 in the room. Please give the video a like. We've only got 300 likes for 1,100 people in the room. So if everyone can like the video, please, that would be great. And we have 40 subscribers away from 54,000. We are moving fast, everybody. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do hit that subscribe button and get them likes up. Thank you, everyone. Get your comments coming in. I'm going to be through all the rest of the news in a minute, but I'll give you guys your chance to have your say. Any pictures of Luke Shaw training? His match fitness is a big worry. Luke Shaw is a massive concern. He is a huge concern for Manchester United. We're never going to be able to sell him. I've not seen any pictures of him. I don't think he's available for the Fulham game, which is, again, it's a massive letdown. And I'm just glad that United moved the way they did in the transfer window to get the likes of Mazraoui over the line, to get Wan-Bissaka out and get a player in that can cover both left and right back. Eventually we'll have Malacia. Good to see pictures of Malacia actually in the third kit doing the photo shoot. So clear that he is coming back now that we're seeing more of him. He is still training on his own at the moment in his recovery phase. He is on grass, he is running. So all positive signs that left back is significantly covered, and we have got ample cover there going into the later stages of this first part of the season, especially before Christmas anyway, because then you know we should have Malacia back before the Christmas break, before the Christmas period, when it gets a bit mental, and that could make a massive difference to Manchester United, a significant difference, because we need to have as much rotation as possible and players rested. Like we cannot have the injuries that we had last season going into a season like this. I'm confident with the amount of players that we've got in now that we will get through it. Even cameos mean you have to have ability. Amrabat is not the worst player in the world. No, he's not the worst player in the world. But is there better out there to get? I think that's the question and the important one. And there is. There definitely is. Yes, I think he starts. Apparently, they both trained with the squad today. Yeah, they did train with the squad today. That report has just come out. I'm going to get through the rest of United news to make sure we've got everything covered, guys, for you. Let's just check over everything. I'm seeing pictures of Wan-Bissaka in that claret and blue shirt now. So, yep. Everyone is saying exactly the same thing. Scott Mctominay's, this was a good one from The Athletic. Scott McTominay's future may not be resolved until the final fortnight of the window. Yeah, we're in the final fortnight now. So, I laughed at that one when it came in. But, yeah, it was one of them you just look at and go, no shit, Sherlock. But, yeah, that's the one. There was an interesting report in The Athletic as well. Manchester United are open to offers on several players, but there is no concrete information on inquiries for Sancho, Antony or Casemiro. United are looking to sell Victor Lindelof. That was The Athletic covering everything, but you can clearly see who United want and don't want, and how do them players react this season. That's something that I wanted to put out there as well and discuss, because you've seen how Sancho reacts. You've seen what Casemiro reacts like. Antony, I don't think he's going to get enough game time. Lindelof will be sold. He is Gonski's. Not a chance he gets any game time this season for me. But still, you've always got that possibility that someone might spit the dummy out and cause a problem. Sancho is one of them. In terms of priorities for United right now, I personally feel, and it's going to sound stupid because Antony's in this list, but I think it's Sancho, Casemiro, then Antony in terms of priority to sell. Antony should be top of quality, but like everything, there's more to every single sale. There's more to every single player. It's not as clear cut as you're a better player, you offer us more, let's sell you last. It works in what Ten Hag wants. Ten Hag likes the players he's brought in. He said more positive stuff about Antony than he has Jadon Sancho. I think he's accepted that Casemiro is going to stay. I personally think Casemiro's gone at the end of next season. I think the third year into his 5-year deal. In fact, let me just double check how long. I'm going to do a quick update to make sure I'm right on that. I can't remember if it was a 4 or a 5. So yes, Casemiro signed a 5-year deal in which he will be 34 if the club want to trigger that 5th year. So it's 4 with a 5th option for Casemiro. So in his 3rd now, he will be entering the last year of his contract at Manchester United on this if they didn't choose to trigger the final year. So after this season, he's got 1 more year. And what we do, I don't know. I don't think we'll be able to get money for him next year. I mean, going into next summer, Casemiro's going to be 33. You don't get a lot of money for players at that age. Everybody knows that. I think you'd be lucky to scrape 5 million together for Casemiro when he's 33. On them wages, no one wants it. I think United will cut their losses next summer with Casemiro. I think that's the reality of it. 35 subscribers away from 54k. Make it happen, people. Make it happen. Thank you, everybody, for being in the room with us. We have well over 1,100 in the room right now. Let's see if we can get that up. Get liking the video. Almost at 400 live likes. Thank you, everyone. More comments coming in. No way we win ground duels more than UGARTE last season in the French league, despite not playing all games. He's a monster. No one, I think it's meant to say there. Yeah. Yeah, but it's the French league, and let's be honest, I just don't understand. UGARTE's stats can be quite sort of mixed, because you'd expect PSG in that league to have a lot of the ball. One of the worrying stats was the amount of times that UGARTE was dribbled past, which is twice every single game. Didn't like that. Like, his tackles are good. Yeah, his passing's good. There isn't many progressive passes in UGARTE's stats either. Like, forward passes is something that's a little bit missing for him. But still, I think in what he does in his tackling, his aggressive nature, and that solid sort of, I would say, base in midfield is what United really are looking for. They don't want to be an easy target again. Like midfield last season, like anyone who went to games and seen how United was in close and personal, like you do see a lot on TV, but when you sat there watching how easy it is for United to be bypassed through that midfield, it was scary at times. It really was. And some teams were probably laughing at United at how poor we were in that season. And in games where we just looked like a championship side. No organisation in midfield whatsoever. The link-up play from back to forwards with that midfield was non-existent, and we were just relying on pure individual brilliance. That's all it was. Gehin says, cancel Shaw's contract at the end of the season. It's a big payout. It's a big payout. I actually think if United get to the Champions League, I think we'll see the club looking at the finances a little bit differently. I think they may bite the bullet on a couple of contracts. Maybe. I don't know. Let me just double check Shaw's contract and see what... He's only just signed a deal, hasn't he, Luke Shaw? So Luke Shaw is on 150 bags a week. Oh, that's painful, isn't it? It is. Yeah, Luke Shaw is himself into his second year of a 4-year contract extension. So when Luke Shaw's contract is up, he will be 30, which is in 2026. He has got, another 2 years to run on that deal. So entering into his last year next season will be, obviously, he'll have what's that then? So somewhere in 2020. So he'll have 1 year left next season. He's got 3 years left now. Sorry, no. So he's got this one to run out to 2025. He's got 2 years to run. 2 years to run on his deal. So maybe United will move him on. He'll be 30 with that injury record. Becomes a free agent in 2027. Oh, I can see it, Man United. I don't know, cutting ties. Like he's on 7. What's he on there? About 7 mil a year. Oh, yeah, can United afford to do that? I don't know. Well done on 400 live likes, everyone. Cheers for that. Keep your comments coming in. We're going to round everything up for everyone now in terms of what's happening. Manchester United reportedly wait it out for UGARTE till the last day of the window. Whether or not Sander Berge will wait that long, we don't know. But right now, out of the 3 options that we've got, it looks like it's UGARTE, it looks like it's Amrabat and Sander Berge. I personally feel, and I want your comments in below, guys, when this video is finished, would you take UGARTE or would you take Amrabat and Sander Berge? Out of the 3 players that we're looking at there, would you take 2? Would you take 1 for best in class? Which way would you go? That's what I want to know, and what you guys would do with the midfielders that we're supposedly looking at and have sort of narrowed down to who we could possibly bring in the last 2 weeks of this window. UGARTE says, the arrogance of PSG to be on this hill still, even after seeing what United and Munich did due to United's patience. Yeah, let's see if they buckle. They may have to wait a little bit longer, United, to deal with PSG. And that is just the way it goes. That's just what it is. We are, 32 away from 54,000 subscribers. Mega. We're moving closer, guys. Hopefully, I'm pretty certain we'll get there today. Really appreciate you all being involved on the show again, guys. Scott Mctominay is going to be drop price possibly to make a move. We are looking definitely at moving Scott and Lindelof on. It's inevitable that Annabelle and Palestri will go. They're the 4 out. We've got 2 more coming in. The picture is becoming a lot clearer at United right now. I will bring you more updates later on this evening, everybody. But for this lunchtime show, that is you completely up to date. We are finished. There is everything there covered. We're waiting on the full announcements of Mazraoui and Matthijs de Ligt, who apparently trained today. So them announcements and official announcements of the signings will come later on this evening, and we got you covered as always, guys. But yes, that is us all finished, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you all later on this evening. Make sure you tuned on. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of news coming about. If anything breaks in the meantime, I'll be here getting you guys covered as always. Thank you, everybody. Please give the video a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please do hit that subscribe button and bell notification. You could be one of them people subscribing right now that take us that step closer to 54k. We are 31 away. 30 away. Keep it coming, guys. Thank you, everybody. I will see you all later this evening. I love you all. Mods, members, everybody, super chats in there. Thank you. See you in a bit, everyone.